We have an important guest with us today to talk about our Profile of a Learner guiding document next. I mentioned last week that the Board of Trustees approved the guiding documents that provide the support for the shared vision of every student in Klein entering with a promise and exiting with a purpose. And this week, we'll take a closer look at the Klein ISD Profile of a Learner. Because students are at the center of all that we do, defining what we want each student to know and be able to do is critical to their and our success. A Klein ISD learner is a pathway explorer, an equipped scholar, a values-driven leader, and a forever learner. Each of these strands is further clarified, so I wanted you to hear from a current Klein ISD learner. Join me in welcoming Ian Tonroy. He's currently a senior at Klein High School. Ian, welcome to 90-Second News. Glad to have you here. Now, Ian, you know we're taking a deeper dive into the profile of a learner and what that looks like, and we thought it'd be great to hear from a student about kind of how it fits in. So, Ian, what are your plans next year?
Well, I'm really happy and fortunate to be going to Texas A&M University next year. Yes, sir.
Awesome.
And I believe I will be in the course study area of political science.
Political science
Yes,
at A&M. That's very exciting. And so as we think about this notion, as you're exiting our system, we talk about 4 particular strands in that profile of a learner. And the first one that we talk about is Pathway Explorer. And with Pathway Explorer, we talk about somebody who's relentlessly pursuing excellence. And so when you think about that, what comes to mind?
Well, Klein ISD has really helped me in a lot of ways, particularly in the area of theater. I came in my freshman year and I really wanted to excel at it and do well with it, but I had many areas to work on. I still have many areas to work on, but I wasn't that strong of a singer, and with the acting on stage, that needed some work too. And my peers and my teachers were really able to walk me through and help me improve in that area. Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Well, for those who don't know, Ian is nominated for Best Actor for the Tommy Tunes Award this very day when we're filming this. And so I can tell you that you set a goal, you clearly achieved it. It surpassed it. It's incredible. Relentlessly pursuing excellence. Love that. The second strand we talk about is equipped scholar. That idea that you're thoroughly prepared for future success by some particular thing. So as you think about equipped scholar, what comes to mind?
Yes, sir. Well, the district and the whole learning environment really kind of breeds an attitude and a way of learning that you're always thinking about things that you're pursuing in a different light than conventional learners would. You're able to analyze and examine things in a problem-solving manner, and I think that's really helpful.
There we go.
Yeah,
something to take forward with
Absolutely,
you, for sure,
yes, sir.
without a
Yes,
doubt.
sir.
And then the third strand, and you've already actually touched on this, is this idea of a values-driven leader. We want our learners to be unwaveringly committed to the greater good, and you've already touched on some of that as you talked about some humility and the fact that it's interdependence, right? I mean,
Yes,
you're
sir.
with a whole bunch of folks who helped you achieve your goals.
Absolutely.
So as you think about values-driven leader, what comes to mind?
Well, I think just at Klein, and I'm sure all the other schools in the district, the environment that's created is really one of where everybody's able to connect together and help each other out. Good values are really put into play. Encouragement, respect of one another, being able to help and work with each other, and be honest and kind and gracious and everything.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Yes,
And
sir.
we have great families in Klein ISD who certainly help with that as well.
Absolutely.
So that's terrific. And then the last strand is forever learner, an insatiable desire to continue to learn and improve. So as you think about that, Ian, tell us about that.
Well, just my whole experience with Klein, going from elementary school to middle school to high school, it really has prepared me to move on to the next step, to move on to college and then later on into life with it's really prepared me, step by step, all the tools that I need to be a successful person in the real world. So
that idea of finding something and then learning more about it and continuing to move forward.
Yes, sir.
Again, just
Absolutely.
well
Yes,
described.
sir.
Well, Ian, thank you for being here
thank
today.
you for having me. Yes, sir.
As everybody can now see, we have a great example of what does a profile of a learner look like in Klein ISD.
Thank you.
I'm so excited as together we work to ensure that every student enters with a promise and exits with a purpose, and we bring this whole notion of profile of a learner to life. Next week, I'm excited to dive into the Klein ISD profile of a leader, but for now, that's Klein ISD and way more than 90 seconds.